Welcome to this episode of Ask Cindy, how to get the love you want without changing your partner. Let's talk about it. Did you know that in ancient Rome, people would engrave their complaints about their partners onto lead tablets and bury them underground, believing that the gods would fix their lovers? Yeah, people have been trying to change their partners for thousands of years. But here's the real kicker. What if I told you that the fastest way to get the love that you want isn't by changing the other person, but by shifting something within yourself? Stay with me because by the end of this episode, you'll have a completely new perspective on your relationship, one that can make your love life better almost instantly. So, why do we get stuck in complaint mode? At the start of every relationship, we're in highlight mode. We see the best in our partner and everything feels exciting. But over time, our brain shifts into problem solving mode and we start noticing what's missing, what we don't like, and what should be different. It's natural. But here's the problem with that, and you have to be really careful. What you focus on expands. If you keep focusing on what your partner doesn't do, your mind starts filtering out all the things that they do right. And eventually, all you see are the flaws. So, how do we shift this? Let me tell you a story. I had a client, let's call her Rachel, who was dating a great guy, but she couldn't get past the fact that he wasn't as emotionally expressive as she wanted. She get frustrated when he didn't say I love you as often as she did. She felt like she had to pull affection out of him and made her wonder if he really cared. She came to me and said, "Cindy, I need him to change or I'm going to start resenting him." So I asked her, "What if the problem isn't him? What if it's the way you're seeing him?" At first, of course, she resisted. "But I need words of affirmation. That's how I feel loved." And I told her, "Listen, I hear you. But have you ever noticed how he shows love in his own way? Instead of let's looking for what's missing, let's try looking at what's already there." So she started observing him differently. We noticed how he always made sure her car had gas, how he'd grab her favorite snack from the store without her asking, how he'd listen when she vented without trying to fix her problems. Over time, something amazing happened. The more she focused on what was already good, the more he started expressing love in ways that she wanted. And here's the best part. She never forced him to change. It happened naturally because her energy shifted. So let's talk about the law of reflection and why you receive what you give. This is where we're going to get deep. We attract what we embody. This is crucial. We receive what we are being. So if we constantly look at our partner through the lens of not enough, guess what happens? This is going to show up as not enough. But when we shift into a space of appreciation, we naturally receive more to appreciate. This is why the secret to getting the love you want is becoming the version of you who already has it. You see, I can't stress this enough. It's about love being a mirror. And you will hear this until the end of days from me. Love is a mirror, and it's about changing how you think because at the end of the day, you are going to see in your partner everything about yourself, the unconscious, the good, bad, and the ugly. And so this is the mirror from which you see inside how you're thinking. And naturally, what you focus on, you're going to get more of. And you're going to miss what's right in front of you too if you have the tendency to pick apart what's wrong with someone. So, if you want more affection, you need to start being affectionate without expecting it back. If you want more quality time, you got to show up fully present when you're together. You know, this happens a lot in this day and age. You have a partner that's always staring at their phone or, just engaged somewhere else and then complaining because their partner isn't paying attention to them. And yet they're the ones doing what they're receiving and what they're complaining about. It happens all the time. If you want to feel appreciated, start expressing appreciation for the little things that they do. Love is a mirror and it reflects what you put into it. So, I invite you to try this experiment. I don't want you to take my word for it. I want you to try this for 1 week. For the next 7 days, every day, write down 3 things you appreciate about your partner. Even if it's small, even if you're annoyed at them that day, and then tell them things like, I really appreciate how you always lock the doors at night. I love how you make me laugh when I've had a bad day. I've noticed how hard you're working lately, and I just wanted to say, I see you. Be as simple as that. Pick anything. But I promise you that when people feel seen and valued, they naturally want to give more. This is something that happens all the time. It's why love and approval and Lawrence Crane's technique is so effective. It's because at the end of the day, we want to be loved for exactly who we are. And if you don't already start appreciating things as they are, then you're not being what you want to receive. So naturally, this is a game changer. If you start appreciating things and loving them exactly as they are, you will be loved for exactly as you are. Love is a mirror, but you got to become what you want. So, final thoughts: love the person in front of you, not the potential of who they could be. So many relationships suffer because we're in love with a future version of someone. But real love, the kind that deepens and lasts, is about loving the person in front of you as they are today. That doesn't mean settling. It doesn't mean recognizing that change, if it happens, happens through love, not through resistance. So, how can you take this deeper? Understanding your partner's human design. Here's the thing: sometimes we don't struggle in relationships because of lack of love. We struggle because we don't understand how the other person operates. If you've ever felt like you and your partner speak completely different emotional languages, there's a reason for that. We all have unique ways of processing love, emotion, and conflict. This is where human design comes in. Instead of trying to mold someone into what they're not, it helps to work with who they naturally are. So if you want to go deeper, I offer couples mediation sessions that uses human design to help you stop miscommunication and start truly seeing each other. You can find all the details on my website. The link will be in the description. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's the one thing your partner does that you've taken for granted? Drop it in the comments. I'll bet you start noticing even more once you do. At the end of the day, love is about seeing someone for who they are, not what we wish they would be. When we shift our focus from what's missing to what's already there, something incredible happens. Not only do we feel more fulfilled in our relationships, but our partners naturally respond in kind. So if you're in a relationship right now, ask yourself, am I appreciating what's already good? Or am I so focused on what's missing that I'm missing the love right in front of me? When we give what we wish to receive, we create a space where love can grow effortlessly. And if you're ready to take this deeper, to truly understand your partner on a level that eliminates miscommunication and tension, I invite you to check out my couples mediation sessions using human design. Help couples see each other as they truly are, so love flows without force. You can learn more at Bridge to Self Mastery. Now, don't forget to drop a comment and talk to me about what you appreciate about your partners. Let's start a love fest. The moment you start noticing, I promise you'll see even more. Until next time, remember, love grows where attention flows. Thanks for watching.